Brewer, and the music of U.S.Bombs. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Brewer! One more time for the house band, U.S.Bombs.
Well, hello there, White House. We're KTP. Kill the
president!
Kill the president! Kill the president! With me!
One of the best units.
Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire became the official depot and the first stop for volunteers. The training program was extremely tough in order to weed out unsuitable candidates. The course was designed to instill an offensive spirit, as they would often be dropped into action lightly armed and facing greater numbers. It was this offensive spirit which has seen the paratrooper overcome seemingly overpowering odds throughout the regiment's history. The next operation was to see the regiment perform in its classic role, landing ahead of and cooperating with ground forces. America had recently entered the war, and the parachute regiment was an immediate beneficiary due to increased numbers of C-47 Dakota aircraft being flown direct from the States.
And then straight for the French coast. We were due to drop at about 10 minutes to 1. Now this time was 10 minutes to 1, British Devil summertime. About 20 minutes, I think, before we were due to jump, we stood up and checked all our equipment and made sure that everybody was hooked up. And then, shortly afterwards, we crossed the coast, and the lights went out. It was in total darkness in the plane, in the cabin. And the flak started coming up, and the plane started taking evasive action, throwing us about, and the flak was rattling the plane like a tin can. And then the red light came on to warn us to be ready for parachuting, and then the green light, and the first man jumped. And then number 2 fell down in the doorway. He was only a little man, and they were each carrying about 100 pounds weight of stuff on us, and he had to be lifted up, pushed out, and that delayed us a bit. And I was jumping number 16, and the man in front of me tried to get back in again. He said, "I'm not hooked up." And I said, "You are," and I pushed him out. Fortunately he was, and he landed all right, but it was absolute chaos, and we're very glad to get out. When I went to the rendezvous at Tooferville, because I realised where I was. You see, I could get my bearings quite easily being between the main road and the railway, and arrived there probably about an hour later. It was about 2 miles away, and there were very few of our battalion there. An hour after the drop there should have been over 600, probably near 700 men there. But because the Pathfinders had been dropped in the wrong place, only half of them were dropped at Tooferville, or should have been dropped at Tooferville, and not all of them were. In fact, it'll be about 3 hours after the drop. There were only 140 men at the rendezvous, and we thought all was lost.